It's Emmanuel Ray.
Yes, he's ringing our bell.
Yeah.
That's how he welcomes us.
I totally rang my bell.
I know, he's really ringing my bell. He's opening the actual show with a bell.
I was so looking forward to this.
Oh, isn't that a great bell?
Where do I put this?
Where do you put it? Just put it down by your feet. It's a beautiful bell you've got there, Emmanuel.
I
we
know.
do love it. So how are you today?
Oh, I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for inviting me.
Thank you for coming on our show.
Yeah, it's been amazing. What have you been up to?
I love coming on shows.
Oh, in general?
Yes.
What kind of shows do you go on?
Oh, I've done BBC Radio and appeared on BBC One, RT Ireland, and a lot of other satellite channels and web channels. I haven't. It's surprising. I mean, when I won the award, with maximum public vote, I was very surprised.
Yeah, tell us about this award. So you were nominated Fashion Icon of the Year 2011.
Yes. 2011 for the Fashion's Finest Awards.
Yeah.
And I'd only been in this line of career for about 2 years, so nomination itself kind of surprised me. And at first I refused to accept it, thinking I would not win. But then they said, no, you have to win because it's the audience who've nominated you. You have to take up this nomination. So I took it up, and I really didn't think I'd win until the last moment, until they announced my name. Because I still can't believe I got the maximum votes from the public.
Wow. So
I didn't know they knew me.
Did you have a winner's speech ready? Like
no, I didn't have
Give
any.
us some speech now.
Yes.
Come on.
Tell
We've
us,
just
what
given
was
you
your
an
speech?
award. You've given you a Lala Award, which is the most amazing award you're ever going to get. So
the Lala Award. Well, thank you
Yeah.
so much for this Lala Award. I really didn't expect to win it because I don't usually win things.
But you did win the Fashion Finest Award. So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so thank you so much for the Lala
2011.
Award.
Come on.
I have to thank all my audience and all the press that's been helping me throughout my career.
And Lala.
And Lala. And everybody else who's written bullshit about me, that's also good. Because that really...
I think we'll get away with that small slip up there. But
Oh, we're not
Yeah.
supposed to say bull S-I...
No,
But
no,
that's
but-
okay. We can edit that.
Ah, right.
maybe
Okay. No,
children
don't
listen.
edit it then. Apologies. It's a very nanny state, isn't it?
so what did you do before you were a fashion icon?
Well, I was a model and a dancer before. Many years ago.
Oh, what kind of dance did you do?
I did a lot of dances. I did mainly arabesque and exotic dancing.
Oh.
And I did do classical Asian dancing as well. I did a lot of dancing. God, I just did lots of performances. But I think I overworked myself, and modeling as well. It was really draining my energy, and I didn't really enjoy it at the beginning. But then later I started enjoying it. But I did have a massive drug problem, so that ended my career. And I thought everything was over, and then, I just worked really hard to turn my life around and get completely
And now
clean.
you're Britain's first it boy. So
Yeah, that
what
was
does
also
that
quite
mean?
surprising.
Tell us. Tell Lala Show listeners, what does that mean?
Well, the term-
And how can we aspire to be an it person?
An it person. Well, the term "it boy" is seldom used. They do use it a lot in Hollywood and Bollywood, but in Britain it's seldom used. The term "it girl" is used a lot here, and it's generally a person who is famous for being famous, or someone who goes to loads of parties and gets photographed at parties, who's a socialite, who is out there and who is in the public eye. Okay, and what they wear, what they do, where they go is all written about, blogged about, and they turn up at events. I mean, you don't really have to have any connection to the event, but you see the it girls and it boys at all the events, fashion shows, premieres, everything.
So
But,
how do you get to be one? What's the first step in being
what
a
did you
socialite?
do?
Do you just go to lots of parties and get really drunk?
Well, that's one way of doing it. I think things have changed so much. I think generally the it girls and it boys have always been from, socialites have always been from wealthy families and wealthy backgrounds, and, they have the money to not work.
Yeah.
But I guess I don't come from that sort of background, and I think I didn't really expect to be even called a socialite when I started out in this industry as a presenter and a commentator. But I also ran my own events called Socialite Evenings by Emmanuel Ray. So obviously people connected that term socialite to me. And I just think the first year was crazy because I was lucky. I had a good agent and everything. So the BBC's entertainment correspondent, Paul Conway, who saw my work, mentioned me as Britain's first it boy. So people got curious. In a way, I don't like the term first it boy because people who don't know about it, they think I'm old. They're like, oh, he's like the first it boy of Britain. So maybe
They think you're like Janice Dickinson.
Like 7 zillion years old.
I can
know.
see the
Janice.
resemblance.
Oh, really?
Don't want to be offensive.
You can
I
do
love
that.
Janice.
What's the
Yeah,
resemblance?
we
Tell me.
love her a lot.
I don't know, just the aura of Janice Dickinson. A bit harsh, but a bit lovable as well.
Yeah.
I like her.
Am I harsh?
You could be harsh.
I could be, but you're not allowing me to be harsh on this show.
Exactly, we want you to be harsh. Isn't that what a fashionista's about?
Exact, fashion is toe. socialite.
Stowe.
is that
Oh God,
what
I just
you're-
got
if you're a
corrected.
boy?
See, that's actual Janice Dickinson right there,
Yeah.
correcting my grammar.
Fashionista is the male term, yes.
So tell us what a typical day in the life of a knit boy involves.
Oh God, generally waking up a little bit late, you know, because I hate early mornings. I hate them with a vengeance.
Nobody likes an early
Oh, I
morning.
can't
God,
bear
I hate
him.
it. And, you know, I chat to my team, you know, my assistants and my PR person. We just have a little chat.
How
and
many people do you have in your team?
At the moment, I have my web designer and IT person who takes care of all the IT stuff.
What's his name?
Ian Clark.
Ian.
Ian.
Oh, it's Ian does
Ian.
happen to be in the studio right now.
Yes, Ian is
Shout
in the
Ian,
studio.
hi.
Hi,
everyone.
Hi Ian.
Ian does all the filming for us. He does all our IT stuff, search engine optimization, marketing. He started this company called Red Power Station, and he's an IT entrepreneur. So I'm very happy to have him on our team. Then there's David Mann, who runs Hymo PR. He takes care of all my publicity and my PR work, press, everything. And then there are two assistants, Georgia Canavan, who
We met
does-
Georgia earlier, she's
Yeah.
lovely.
She's gorgeous, isn't she?
Can you do an
Brilliant.
impression of Georgia?
Stunning. And impression of Georgia.
Yeah,
Try and do an
go
impression
on.
of Georgia.
We-
That's like so amazing.
That's not American enough to be Georgia.
Yeah, it
can't.
needs to be more American.
I can't do it. I can't do impressions.
Georgia.
But anyway, she's great. Georgia is wonderful. She takes care of all the fashion styling stuff, the creative direction, and all that. And then I have Mona Azam, who does the writing for me, and it's really great because all I
Now,
have
you've got a blog, haven't you?
a blog and a
Emmanuel?
column, yes.
Okay, tell us about your blog and column. Do
The
you
blog-
actually write them or does Mona?
I write the blog.
Okay.
Everybody asks me that.
You're like, but you could be a bit like Jordan, who just sits there all day and just like says it to people and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
write
but
it for
I
you.
say the column, the blog, I try to do it myself. If I don't have the time, I just tell Mona what I want to do, what I want to say, and she takes care of the
Okay.
rest. But the column, I've always written it myself. But in the past 6 months, I've been having writer's block, and I've had so many other issues, and I just couldn't write. So Mona is amazing because all I have to do is sit and just tell her what was going on,
So were you like
and she
Carrie
would type.
Bradshaw without the words?
Who the hell is Callie Bradshaw?
Carrie
Sex and the City.
Sex and the City.
Oh, I'm really
Yeah.
out of the loop, aren't I?
But
I
your
don't
your
know.
your
Mama.
your director, Trevor Blackman, said he was the one who said that Diary of an It Boy, my column, was London's answer to Sex and the City, and it's the first fashion and lifestyle column from a man's perspective, and it's so different because I'm not a blogger as such, so I don't just go to parties and write about what happened, like the party. There's a lot of fashion blogs, they write about, here's the show, here's the party, here's the news, whatever. In my case, the Diary of an It Boy is an actual story. It's my life and career and all the eccentric people I meet and all the wonderful stuff I get up to and all the not so nice stuff I get up to. Everything is there. And it's
Tell us one of your eccentric stories.
I want to know about the not so nice stories.
Yeah.
Nothing dirty.
not so nice stories involve,
dirty.
flings and extramarital affairs and
So
drugs
scandal.
and scandal, yeah.
Love a bit of
Okay,
scandal.
yeah,
The
we
thing
love
is, you know,
scandal
a
on
lot
the
of
Lala
people
Show.
in
We
the
do.
industry do get involved in scandalous things, but people don't speak about this. A lot of people don't speak about their personal life in their columns. I do because it's, I don't know, in a way, I
Do
don't
you
have to
not
hide
think
anything.
that kind of, leaves you open to criticism? Because
Yes,
you've
it
had
does.
some pretty mean things written about you
Yes.
sometimes.
Yeah.
No, but I like that because at the beginning I was very angry and I would call them up and yell at them and
Really?
find out who the person is and threaten them and say, if I ever see you in public and I'll break your jaw. And then,
Wow.
and then
So you threatened to steal their Prada and Gucci.
yeah, why not? And put them on eBay or something. But I said, I realized that when there's negative press or anything negative about you written in internet forums by people hiding behind an avatar or anything bitchy or gossipy, makes your audience want to know more. And so
Yeah.
So the
I
real
realized, because when my past was dug up, there was nothing much to dig up because I was honest about my past. And now suddenly my Google ratings have shot up. Our website has only been live for like 3 or 4 days. It's still a work in progress, but we've already got like 20 to 30,000 hits in the first 2 or 3
Amazing.
days,
Well done.
which is quite surprising. And we get emails from all parts of the world.
What kind of things do people email you?
Some people email and ask for fashion trends and what's new and everything. And sometimes, I must accept, it does annoy me sometimes. Like God discovered Google for a reason. He gave us
Yeah.
Google for you to find out. You can just Google it. Why are you asking me?
But maybe they value your opinion
I know, yeah.
as opposed to Google.
I know, I'm so horrible. And then my publisher said, no, you have to reply this person. yourself. And then I realized, yes, because if not for all these fans and audience, I wouldn't have a career, would I? They are the ones who actually support my career. So I started, and it takes time to reply to all of them. Sometimes we get emails with people complimenting. And I like my audience because they're very honest with me. I've even got emails from audience criticizing what I've done. And they say things like, okay, we don't like that you said this. You need to apologize. Or we don't like the fact that you've done this. Or, and I admire that so much because it shows that they care.
Yeah.
It's not like, because I'm very interactive with my audience. I meet my audience everywhere. I don't really, there's no barrier between me and the audience, and I love that because when I go to parties, premieres, fashion shows, launches, I don't just sit in the VIP area. I have much more fun by mingling with everybody else. I get really bored when I'm sitting in the VIP area.
So you meet the masses?
Yes, the masses are my people because I'm also one of the masses, because I watch TV and I look at gossip and I criticize stuff and I kind of say stuff on Twitter and everything.
Would you say, this is an exclusive quote here at the Lala Show, that you're a cross between Jesus and Take a Break magazine?
Oh, I love this. It's amazing.
I would say that.
Jesus would
Seriously,
be a little
Jesus, you've got all that kind of like, I'm with the people thing going on, but then you're a bit of scandal,
Yeah,
so
he
you're a bit of
loves
Take
the
a Break. I
people.
love Take a Break.
I'm both.
Yeah.
I'm in the middle of both.
See?
Yeah. I'm
So
sandwiched
Jesus /
between
Take a Break.
Jesus and Take a
You're
Break.
like tabloid Jesus.
Yes, it's amazing.
There
Tabloid
you go.
Jesus.
Heard it
We
here
should
first.
use this
Tabloid
quote,
Jesus.
the tabloid Jesus, on my website and on my publicity, and at the bottom
Okay.
it would say Luke. What?
Luke Boatwright. Oh, thanks.
Luke
Jesus.
Boatwright.
Thanks, Jesus.
From the Lala
On the
Show.
Lala Show.
Luke Boatwright.
Luke
Break London Radio. Yeah, Lala Show.
who? Yeah.
Brilliant. Now we've got a game for you.
We have got a game.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you like a game?
Yes, I love lots of games.
Oh,
I play
okay.
them all the time.
Okay, we've got an amazing game for you. As you're called Emmanuel Ray,
Yes.
we thought that surely, in just like the rational way that we think, that you would know a lot about rays, as in the fish.
Yeah.
Do you?
Are you okay with stooping like this?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
stooping.
he's good.
I don't think the
Fine.
listeners can see me stooping, but that's fine.
Okay.
I don't have
I'm
back
not
issues.
stooping.
I'm quite young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Anyway.
not stooping, by the way.
So we wondered how much you know about rays.
Right.
So we're going to give you a little quiz. Is that all right?
Okay, sure.
Okay,
Ask away.
cool.
Brilliant.
Question 1. How many species of ray are there?
My God. 2?
2?
Yeah.
That's 534.
No way.
Oh, you know.
I would have also accepted 1 because there's only one Emmanuel Ray.
Thank you.
I would have done that.
Because when you said ray, I initially thought about stingray because I have a bag made out of stingray.
Really? How can you have a bag made out of stingray?
Oh, it's this brand called Morgan Arunges, and they make these wonderful bags. And she gave me this beautiful bag, which has got stingray on it. She's making a new one called the Exotic Emmanuel or something.
Wow,
It's a
so you
special
have
bag.
a bag named after you?
Yeah, she's making a bag just named after
Wow,
me. It's
that's
called
another way to add to our list.
That
Yeah,
is.
it's called El Hombre Exotico, which means exotic man in Spanish or something. And,
That's immense.
I'm waiting for that bag.
Okay, let's go to the next question.
How many gill openings do rays have?
This is so unfair. I know nothing about. All I know about seafood.
But your
is
name is
seafood.
Emmanuel Ray, and you don't eat rays. I
How
think
many
they're
gills of what?
endangered. How many gill openings
There's
do rays have?
A ray fish.
A ray fish.
2 or 4.
Oh, nearly 5. Oh.
5. Okay,
Oh,
I'm close. Yeah, 5.
So
5.
close,
That was
so
Emmanuel.
close.
Okay, I'll give you an easier
I
one.
can't believe this.
Which famous crocodile hunter got killed by a ray in 2006?
I have absolutely no
Oh,
idea.
come on.
No.
Steve Irwin.
Yeah.
Okay.
How do you know Steve Irwin?
No.
Never met him.
No.
Well, he's dead, but that's
Well,
not now.
it's
No.
a bit late
No,
now.
no.
And he could
I know
have
the
done
name.
with some fashion advice from you,
He
can I
could.
just add? Not that I'm, dissing his fashion.
What's wrong with the khaki look? Is
The
it called
khaki look
khaki?
is, khaki look is good
Shorts.
for,
Shorts.
what do you expect him to wear? He can't wear a tailor-made suit when he's going crocodile hunting.
Do you know
can
what
he?
I'd like? I'd like to see Emmanuel Ray in the jungle. That'd be that could be a good show.
Would you go
I
into
We
have-
could get
the
Ian
jungle?
on
have
that.
been-
Ian, will you
I
film
grew up in Sri
Emmanuel Ray in the
Lanka.
jungle?
Yes, I have been.
But
in
would
the
you go
jungle.
into
of
the
course I would.
celebrity
There you
jungle?
go.
Oh no.
Really?
No.
I don't want to eat kangaroo veg and cockroaches. No, thank you.
Nobody was listening to me then, but Ian's going to film it. So
Film what?
Wow.
film.
could do it in Kew Gardens.
Yeah, we're going to go to Kew Gardens,
hothouse.
and
Okay.
you're going to wrestle a crocodile.
Yeah, I don't mind wrestling a crocodile.
Okay, sure.
Wow.
Good, yeah.
Not that kind of crocodile, Emmanuel. I know where your mind leads. Let's just do one more question because I
Yeah,
think
I
this is
think
dying on its
so.
ass.
I know, this is so boring.
Why are rays egg cases also known as? What are they also known as?
Raise what?
Egg cases.
Egg cases?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean egg case? An egg is an egg, right?
Well, yeah, but they're in a case. When you're a Ray, that's what you do. I thought you'd know, as you're called Emmanuel Ray.
So all
Yeah.
the race eggs are in a case?
Yeah, and it's called something.
It's so weird.
What's it
Casket?
called?
No, it's called a mermaid's purse.
Wow.
Which I think-
Oh, that sounds
About
amazing.
this,
Exactly.
Yeah.
I know your love of
mermaid's
mermaids'
purse.
purses.
Yeah.
I've always had a thing for mermaids as well. It's just, I don't know, they're just so sensual and sexual.
But they're fish.
Yeah. but
Essentially.
It doesn't matter.
Do you get turned on by mackerel?
No.
No,
I
okay.
do like eating mackerel.
I love mackerel, but
No,
yeah,
but come
I
on.
wouldn't find
I
it
don't think
arousing.
any guy would not kind of think a mermaid is kind of hot. You know,
suppose.
it's like people lusting after Jessica Rabbit. You know, a lot of guys, including me, have a thing for Jessica Rabbit, and she's a cartoon. I mean, one of my previous assistants used to say that it's really disgusting because she's a cartoon, and you know, why are you lusting after?
Slightly pervy.
Yeah, but
It is a
it's
bit.
not pervy. It's just you know,
So would you say it's pervy fancying Winnie the Pooh?
no.
No.
Yeah, that is. Yes.
That is. It's a bit weird, isn't it?
That's bestiality.
Fairly wrong.
Yeah, that's
But
bestiality.
isn't Jessica Rabbit a rabbit? So
No, she's actually human, but kind of rabbitish human. I don't know.
But she's
a
a
rabbit
rabbit.
is human.
Yeah, but she doesn't look like a rabbit, though, does she? Winnie the Pooh looks like a bear, a teddy bear.
We'll give him that.
Yeah,
Yeah, fair enough.
exactly.
Okay.
So, what does the future hold for Emmanuel Ray?
God, there's so many things happening. I'm setting up a new fashion company.
Called what?
I don't know what to call it yet, but
Okay,
it's
you
going
call
to
it
be
the Lala Fashion Company.
Lala Fashions.
Should.
But
Should do
yeah, I'm
that.
going to be interviewing the business managers next week. We've got so many applications. I have to pick the right one. And I'm bringing back my event, Socialite Evenings by Emmanuel Ray.
Oh, tell us about Socialite Evenings.
It's a
What
social
happens
gathering, social networking event for all my contacts, all my guests. It's amazing because successful professionals from a variety of businesses come to Socialite Evenings.
So not
We
just
have,
fashion?
Not just fashion. We also have a lot of corporate people coming. It's an evening out, and we have people pitching their businesses. We have people promoting their businesses and services, skincare, makeup, jewelry, photography, fashion shows. A lot of things happen. Sometimes it's just a party, like a gathering. For example, during London Fashion Week, I'm having Socialite Evenings at Upray London. And in Mayfair, and it's going to be just all our people. And then, it starts again every month. We'll be doing different events. And then I'm also going to be setting up a networking society for startup businesses and entrepreneurs.
Cool.
Which is, because my work is fashion mainly, but it also covers fashion and lifestyle, food, drink, design. And I also, I've always had, I've always been a bit of an entrepreneur, I suppose.
Now, we heard a rumour that you've got a fashion range.
No, it's,
Oh, it's
it's
coming
coming.
out
It's coming.
soon.
Yes.
Okay, tell
I
us
can't
about
reveal
that.
much though, because they've asked me not to talk about it. It's a company. It's an international company that supports fair trade and ethical sourcing, which I love, which I think is the way to go.
Yeah.
And they want me to do my debut range with them. And I just want to show that high fashion and couture, because when you say couture and high fashion, people immediately know it's exclusive, it's high price. But
Lots of
I want
money.
to, I want to make high fashion and couture available to everybody.
Affordable.
Yeah.
Affordable to everybody, and I want it to be ethically sourced and fair trade so that it supports communities. And I think that's what real luxury is about, not just looking good and feeling good, but also wearing a garment that is in fact enriching somebody else's life. And I think that's luxury, not just the
Yeah.
price
Yeah.
tag. And I want to make it, obviously it's a business, so obviously I'm profit oriented, but I want it to be reasonably priced and available, affordable for a lot of people. I want people to look good, feel good, and also to be wearable. It has to be wearable designs.
So what are you wearing today? That's what they ask on the red carpet.
Yeah.
This shirt is from the Zeus Shirt Boutique in King's Road, Chelsea.
Right.
And
Very posh.
they're so lovely. They
Yeah.
send me shirts. And it's just, I love this shirt because of the
So
color.
do you get shirts sent to you all the time?
When I want it, yes, we just ask and they give. And obviously it's
For
not
free.
So do
Yeah,
you think
it's
we
free
could
as
do
in-
that at the Lala show? Ask
Yeah, you
Urban
could.
Because
Outfitters
we
for an
do
outfit.
like a freebie.
Yeah, you ask them for that. You give them advertising in your show, and you also maybe film the show so that they could, and you have to blog about it. You have to put it on the internet.
Well, we
on
are
your-
being filmed right now, so I'm gonna kind of say
Yeah,
to
well,
everybody
do it.
watching, can I have some free stuff?
'Cause
The only
Yeah,
free stuff
me
I've ever got is
too.
Oh
No,
So
don't
Simple.
say free. It's not
Yeah.
free.
I do like Oh So Simple though.
Oh,
It's not free. It's
free.
promotional.
Okay.
So on a
So
promotional basis,
You have to work for the booty.
Yeah, they give you the stuff. Yeah, you have to work for the booty.
You're going to work
Yeah.
for the booty. That's like a rap song.
That's a
You're gonna
good
work for the
rap
booty.
song.
Yeah, it's like a good rap. So tell your Break London team.
I
And,
will.
Yeah.
when they
We'll
give you
tell
the
our
clothes.
resident DJ.
Yeah. When they give you clothes, then you have to write about them, and then you take it from there. For example, if you read my column, where I'm going, where I'm having dinner, the shows I'm going to, it's all, I don't pay for any of that.
So have you
but it's
ever
promotional.
had a free lunch?
Yes, a lot.
But they say
No,
there's
but-
nothing.
But nothing.
Oh,
comes
you
with
mean
the year.
oh, you mean just a
Have
free lunch
you?
that I?
Yeah.
That's, oh,
That
yes,
was just
yes.
free, no strings attached.
Yes, yes, of course.
Where was it?
Yeah.
I'm
Pizza
Emmanuel Ray, of
Express.
course I get all
What
that.
was it? What did you eat?
God, I have to think now. When you say free lunch, I'm thinking about people who just want to spend time with me and take me out for lunches and dinners.
Yeah.
But is that free? Because you've got to spend time with somebody. So is
You're
that
giving
really
up
free?
your
Well, you
time.
can't eat.
Emotionally.
You can't eat on your own. Come on. You
I eat
know.
on my own
I eat
quite a
on
lot.
my own sometimes.
Oh, well, we're quite lonely here
That's
at the lab.
pathetic. Oh, please let me take you out
They
for lunch
should
and
let
dinner.
us
Yes,
out a
please
little bit
do.
more.
I will take you out for lunch and dinner, and we will write about it. You know.
I only go to Michelin star restaurants
Yeah, that can be arranged. That can be arranged.
or Pizza Express. Don't mind, not
Yeah.
fussy.
No, that can be arranged. I mean, I've been to some Michelin-star restaurants, but not all of them are good, though. Some of them are a rip-off. I mean, I went out on a date with someone recently. I won't mention the name, but maybe I should write about it. And
Who was it?
It's a restaurant that's owned. It's
Tell us.
called Wild Honey.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Wait a
pa-
second.
Yeah, Wild Honey, and I think it's partially owned. It's partially owned by Will Smith, I think.
Oh.
And it was.
A bit of Hollywood
Yeah,
glamour
I heard
then.
so much about it,
Nice.
and we were there, and I didn't like the service. The staff were not friendly at all. They were very kind of. It was so fake, and I didn't like it. And I am going to put it in my column because I write about everything honestly. And I just didn't, I didn't even like the portions. I was like, when the starters, I actually blurred. I was like, is that it? Because it was so tiny. And these little fancy portions, I hate that.
Oh.
Food should be
Yeah.
filling and
And wholesome.
wholesome.
Do you like
yeah.
a hot dog?
Yes, I do.
What's your favourite kind of hot dog?
I like the classic kind of New York hot dog.
New York hot dog. What's in a New York hot dog?
Simple. Really big sausage with the mustard and the ketchup.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Do you
I
like
know what you're
onions?
thinking about.
Do
You
you
like
like
big
onions?
sausages, right?
You're so filthy, Emmanuel.
No,
I'm
I'm
not even
filthy.
thinking
You were the one who
Lower
started
the
it.
tone.
Such dirty. You've got to lower the tone.
You were the one who
You know what
started
I'm
it.
saying? Jeez.
Okay, what was the next
Do
question?
you like onions?
If they're chopped, yes.
You like chopped onions?
Chopped onions mixed with garlic is amazing for seafood.
Yeah. Well, you're from Sri Lanka, so are you a good cook?
Oh, yes.
What
I'll
kind
be
of
starting my
cuisine-
cooking range as well. Huh?
What kind of cuisine would we expect if we went to Sri Lanka?
Very kind of flamboyant, exotic, spicy cuisine. It's just so. In Sri Lanka, we don't like doing things simply. Like even if you make an omelette in the morning, they put chopped green chilies, onions, turmeric, cinnamon. It's just flour to make it really fluffy. I mean, there's nothing is simple. Even the chicken and the seafood. I mean, I make this amazing seafood stir fry with chopped vegetables, prawns, and 11 spices, and it's just so tasty when you add basmati rice into it. And also the chicken, like I make, when I do the stuffing, I also mix the rest of the spices with almond oil and apply it on the chicken. And roast it. And after eating, what I do is sometimes I just take the remaining stuff, the skin and the remaining pieces, and I fry it in butter and eat it alone.
The next morning?
Yes, it's just so.
Wow.
It's like an aftermath. I just love food so much. And I remember when my modeling career ended, the first thing I did was just eat everything I wanted because I was so hungry all the
What,
time.
are you not allowed to eat as a model?
No, you are, but
No, we
you know.
heard these rumours all the time,
I
don't
know.
we?
No, you
Lou?
are, but you're expected to look after what you're eating, and you're expected to not just eat everything you want. You can't. And this was when I was a model during the 90s. I was slim, and I was one of the very few skinny-looking models, male models. Most of the other guys were really kind of butch and muscly, and that was just before the whole cocaine chic look came
Oh,
into the.
jeez.
So when that came in, we were supposed to stay slim, and there were times when I was told, look, we think you're putting on a little bit of weight, and you need to, and that's one of the other things that really pissed me off with the industry. But and funny enough, after so many years, I mean, now I'm a fashion commissioner presenter and I'm an entrepreneur. Now I'm actually getting offers of modeling again, which is crazy because I'm in my 30s now. And when you're a male model, when you reach your late 20s, your career tends to go on a
But
line.
David Beckham, he's got loads of work, hasn't he?
Yeah, but if you're a celebrity, it's different because then
Oh.
you're a big brand. You're a brand, and you can model forever if in the right context, in the right products, right. So, for example, if you're a runway model and if you're a fashion model, then yeah, your days are numbered. And very few of the models actually make it as supermodels and become a brand. So like today, in today's setting, when you talk about supermodels, there are very, very few. When you take the women, apart from Giselle and Adriana Lima and I don't know, I mean like people like Lily Cole and Agnes Jane, they're going on to do other things like acting. It's very hard to, I think that supermodel is something that belonged to the 90s. It's like today. So for me, a lot of my friends who are models, who are the same age group as mine, they are doing other things. And so now when I do press interviews and I get to model clothes, and which is great, that's part of the feature. But now I've been asked to I've been asked to come on the runway for Alternative Fashion Week, London Alternative Fashion Week in summer. And I'm kind of surprised because I'm getting more offers now than I used to.
Are you taking up any of these
Yes,
offers? Are
yes.
we going to see you on some catwalks?
Of course, yes,
Can
yes.
you be in the front row
Yeah, of course.
next to Janice Dickinson?
It can be
Yeah.
arranged. It can be arranged, yes.
Okay, I'm not just doing this to blag free stuff. By
Yeah.
the way. I do care.
And get tickets.
You're a big fan of Janice Dickinson, huh?
Do you know what? I really am.
Yeah.
A lot of people
like
are,
her.
because I think people like entertainers who are crazy and can say things just like that.
That we would like to say but can't.
Well,
Yes,
she's
you're
not.
right.
She's not afraid to put a cockroach in her mouth.
Yeah.
I mean, she really isn't. You want to know I'm a celeb, and yeah, you know,
Yeah.
she's proper up for it.
Yeah, no,
She's even partial to a maggot, which is.
Go on.
Are you partial
Yeah.
to a maggot?
no.
No. Would you never do it if you were to become a massive celeb star?
Mhm.
Would you do a show like that? Would
No.
You go on why
Never.
not?
Any kind of reality show. What about Big Brother?
Maybe, but I don't know if I could actually stand being stuck in a house with people and not being able to get out and do my own thing. That will drive me nuts. And not being able to have a book, or not being able to phone someone, or not being able to use the internet, that would really drive me crazy. I really admire people who go into that house, because
Yeah.
if I was in that house, I would probably end up killing someone. I could tell.
That would be good TV, though.
It
Admittedly.
Be
would
great
be
TV, yeah.
amazing TV.
Yeah. If it's scripted, with pig's blood flying around everywhere. I love horror, though. I love a bit
A little
of
bit of
death
Carrie.
and gore, and love the Saw movies. I've always had this thing for anything to do with macabre and death and gore and gothic and
Wow.
Fair
That
enough.
brings
That's a-
some
that's a-
darker undertones
That's
to
quite
the
a
show.
dark end to this interview, really.
Yeah.
yeah.
I want you to say something a bit. What's your favourite thing to do which isn't as awful?
Dark.
I love rest and relaxation. I spend so much time in the spa. I may as well be living there. I just and I go to different spas. I love the Nickel Spa for men in Covent Garden. I love it. And
Really?
I think I'd like
what
that as
happens
well.
at the Nickel Spa?
it's a spa, not a sauna or a sex
No,
club.
I meant as in what treatments would you have?
Well, massage,
like
manicures,
facial-
pedicures, waxing, facials, all that stuff.
Waxing ain't that relaxing, though,
No.
as they say. I'm a poet and all
Well,
that.
it's yeah, it rhymes. It's not. I mean, waxing, sugaring is better than waxing. I would
Sugaring?
say. Yeah, sugaring is
When
the
they put
ancient.
sugar on you.
It's a
Yeah.
mixture of sugar and lemon and water. It's an ancient Arabian method. Sugaring
Wow.
is less painful, but I think today times have changed so much that guys need more than just a chest wax. Because it's to do with
So
hygiene.
do you
and
think
cleanliness.
men generally spend more time and money and effort on beautifying themselves?
than
Than they
did
used
before.
to,
Yes,
back in the
definitely.
day.
Yes, of course. It's got to a point where guys are more aware of their bodies, and I think it's also a very psychological thing. If you look at it's almost like the peacock flirtation, because men have always been showing off. Men, we like to show off, So guys with good bodies like to show it off. We like to show off our successful careers, our wealth, our cars. It's like to attract. It's like the male peacock that shows off
Yeah.
its colors. And I think
Yeah.
if you look at Hollywood, and Bollywood, and Britain, in all the cinema, you see a lot of men taking their clothes off now and showing off their bodies. And it's becoming so common these days. And I think a lot of men are feeling the pressure to look good. Even if you're hairy, it's like it needs to be clippered and properly manscaped, and certain parts of the body has to be smooth. And I mean, people go to that extent, I mean, my friends, and I'm talking, obviously gay men, a lot of them are into this already, but I'm talking the general, like the majority, the straight men, whom I've known a lot of them. I have a lot of friends, and even the ones who've never even cared to use moisturizer, they've changed. Everything's changed. Suddenly you go to their place and it's all very nice and neat, and there are products in the bathroom, and they're reading GQ, and it's just so it's getting very.
Do you have one tip you'd like to share with the La La
A
listeners?
life tip. Just a tip for
Yeah.
everything that we could finish on.
A tip for everything.
Yeah.
I would say never give up on your dreams.
It's original.
Don't give up on that, because that's I've seen people give up on their dreams, and I've seen what it does to them. And yeah, some people still pick themselves up and go and be happy. But I think if you have a dream, pursue it and see, because you don't know where it'll take you. And we only live once, so do things that you always wanted to do. Don't leave things for tomorrow. Just live for today, and be try and be happy for today. Live for the moment, and be nice to. This is one thing I've learned: be nice to your loved ones, and be nice to your friends, and don't piss people off. Ian, my web designer, told me this: don't piss anyone off. It's so true, because when you yell at people, when you swear at people, when you punch people, it's negative energy, and when you give
Yeah.
anger, all you get is anger. And the world is such an angry place at the moment. And today, with the cuts and the budget cuts and the recession and people lose their jobs, everyone's angry, And I think that anger is creating this really negative. I mean, if you walk outside the studio, right, you would feel that miserable kind of feeling. No one smiles anymore. People are really in a hurry. No one apologizes. I think.
Your tip to our listeners is don't piss people off.
Don't piss people off, and don't give anger. I just think don't give anger.
It's a beautiful thing, Emmanuel. And thank you very, very much for joining us today. Come on, ring your bell again. Ring
my bell.
Ring your bell.
Oh, come on.
Well, thank you so much. It was so much fun meeting you.
It's been a lot of fun. And thank you very much. And we will see you, hopefully, very, very soon.
On the catwalk.
On the catwalk. And we'll meet next month at London Fashion Week.
Yeah.
Cool.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
That was the Lala show.
Yay.